put that for you guys. Okay, once again, good evening and welcome to tonight's session. I'm going to be your anchor for tonight. I'm going to be taking you through what we have tonight, mastering Power BI and building your first dashboard. So it's going to be super easy tonight because, and this is what we do at EDUSEYDZH. We make tech as simple as ABC. I believe we all came from one platform or the other, either from Facebook, either from Instagram. You shall came from one platform down to this place. Either you saw our adverts or the likes like that. So all of that is just we trying to reach out to you guys to inform you what we actually do, and also bring you on board and see how we can help you transition into the tech space. And trust me, it's very easy to transition into the tech space. All you need is to have the right guidance, the right mentorship, and the right tools, and then you are as good as ABC. And that is what we do at EDUSEYDZH Tech. We make tech simple as what? ABC. So, and tonight you're going to be experiencing that firsthand. You're going to be experiencing it firsthand, no question asked. And after tonight, you will know that tech can be as simple as ABC. So I'm going to be sharing my screen with you guys, and then we dive right into tonight's session. Are we excited, guys? So let me just open the slide. Are we excited? I'm not hearing. Okay, good. You can also interact using the emoji, you know, like the thumbs up, the love, whatever. Oh, good. Love that, Rachel. Love that. So July Bootcamp, Master Power BI. So here comes our slide. If you can see my screen, use a thumbs up or just unmute and say you can see my screen.
I can see your screen.
Great. That is absolutely fantastic. Okay, guys, so what we have here is simple: master Power BI and build your first dashboard. That's what we're doing tonight. We're going to teach you Power BI mastery, and then you're going to build your first dashboard. So I'm not going to waste time. Our focus tonight is 1, introduction to Power BI, 2, the live session, and the third is how you can get into the tech space. So walk you through all of that session. So first and foremost, let's have the introduction to what Power BI is. So for those of us that have been hearing Power BI, but we don't actually know what Power BI is, this is the Power BI interface. You're going to be having it on your own system as well. When you come on board, we'll show you how to download it and put it on your own system as well. So what is Power BI? Power BI is one of the tools that data analysts and business analysts actually use, you know, to carry out what is called business intelligence, data correlation, manipulation in terms of cleaning, analyzing, and then visualization, where you are able to draw insight from every data you have been given. So that is what Power BI is. Is a tool that is built by Microsoft themselves. So it's a business intelligence tool and data visualization platform that lets you connect various data sources like Excel, databases, cloud storage, and then you are able to transform, analyze, and turn that data into what is called an interactive chart or dashboard. And with that, you are able to build reports. Now, mind you, we can do all of these that we're doing on Power BI in Excel as well. We can do all of this in Tableau as well. We can do all of this in Local Studio as well. So there are different platforms to do all of this data transformation and visualization. You understand? But Power BI is the most widely accepted after Excel. Now, Power BI and Excel goes hand in hand. You can import your data from Excel down to your Power BI. You can import your data from Google Cloud or wherever platform you have your data into Power BI. You understand? So, but Power BI is more preferable because it allows you to carry out data analysis on large data scale, large data set that are very, very large, voluminous. You can actually do all of that on Power BI. While Excel allows large data set, Excel also has limited functionality in terms of your graph editing, fine tuning, tweaking and the rest like that. But Power BI gives you an unlimited access to all of these tools. So in summary, we are saying Power BI helps you turn raw data into easy to understand, shareable visuals that empower smarter decisions. Now, as business analyst in the making and as a data analyst in the making, Power BI is one of the tools you're going to learn how to master, in a sense that some organizations will want you to build what is called an interactive dashboard, a dashboard in which you can actually interact with. You can search, you can filter, you can do all those kind of normal things you do on the website. They want to see that kind of a dashboard where you can interact with it. You can search for information on your data set in your dashboard and see the visualization of all of those data set. And we're going to do all of that tonight. So you're going to see how to do all of that tonight. And that is what we call interactive dashboard. You are able to interact with your dashboard. Are we following, guys? Am I fast? Am I slow? Or is the pace okay?
The best is okay. We are following.
Okay, that's great. That's great. I love that. I love that. So thank you, Mike. Thank you, Patience, for that. Thank you, Joshua, for that. That's nice. So now, what are the advantages of Power BI? I've already said one, the unlimited functionality when compared to Excel. Now, these are 5 functionality I'm just going to list. One is real-time data insight and automation. That is, you are able to connect your Power BI to live data sources and auto refresh your dashboard. So you can build one dashboard now, connect that dashboard to a live data source, and that data source will be feeding your Power BI data every time there's new data. So you come to Power BI, you just refresh. You don't need to do anything again. All you just do is just to be refreshing your Power BI, just to be refreshing. And when you are refreshing, what's happened? Your dashboard is automated, is automatically updated based on how you have done your your dashboard and the rest. So that is one of the great future Power BI has. We also have that functionality in Excel, but Power BI is more elaborate. Number 2 is seamless data integration. And this means that you can unify data from Excel, from a SQL, from different side of data places. You can bring data together into your Power BI. You can unify data using what? Power BI. From different sources, you bring them together, and then they are connected and merged on the Power BI platform. And number 3 is what we call interactive visualization. And that was what I was talking about, the interactive dashboard, dynamic dashboard, where you are able to seamlessly build your chart, build your data, have a Q&A session in your dashboard. So your dashboard becomes intuitive, it becomes actionable, it becomes livable, interactive word visualization, or you call it dashboard. And then number 4, we have what is called portable collaboration. So you are able to share this dashboard with as many users as possible. And that is where we have Power BI as a service, where you are able to publish your Power BI into the online space. So it's called Power BI as a service. So it's a collaboration tool you need to use to share your Power BI report with all of your users. And then the last is cost-effective scaling with securities. So Power BI offers affordable licensing. You can have a 2 months, 3 months free trial version with full assurance, data governance, scalability, getting individual users, sharing your resources online. And this is one advantage you're going to be taking with during your time with us. We're going to teach you how to take advantage of this so that all of your dashboard you're going to be building with Power BI, you're going to publish them on the web for your potential employers to see each of this. So even though you're no longer using the Power BI service, those dashboard are going to be online. You're going to be using them online so that your potential employers are going to have access to all of these dashboards. So when you're applying for jobs, they just go there with the link you're providing them, and they're able to see what you are actually doing with what, with Power BI, and what you've been able to build, you know, as part of your analytics journey. So all of this are what's going to help you during our program. So are we following, guys? Because we're going live into our practical session right away. We're going live into our practical session. Oh, that's good to know. So are we set for our live session with Power BI? So if we're set, I'm just going to switch to my Power BI. Please give me, just let me know, unmute and say you can see my whole screen. You can see my Power BI screen if you can see that.
I can see it.
Okay, good. That's good. So before you use the Power BI, let me say this. You're going to be given what is called a data set. You're going to be given what is called a data set. Now, what we'll do with Power BI, we'll do a lot of things with Power BI. We'll do data transformation. That is where we'll do your data cleaning and then your sorting and the rest. Now, let me say this. For those of you that are going to go for data analytics and business analytics, they'll teach you all of this in your Power BI session, how to do your data cleaning. You get me? How to interact with your data. You'll be taught all of this during those sessions. But one thing I want you to take note as we begin now, this is a typical Power BI environment. When you enroll with us, you have this on your own system, and then you're going to have each of the data set. For each session, you're going to be given a link where you're able to download the data set into your system. Now, this is my own data set that I've downloaded into my system. As you can see, this is what Microsoft Excel worksheet. So this is an Excel file. This is an Excel file. So what do I want to do? Already you see here, it says select what? Data, or select the data source, or start with a blank report. And that is what we have here. Select the data source or start with a blank report. Now, since my data source is already Excel and I have it on my system, I'll just click on Excel workbook. Alternatively, you can say get data from other sources. So you can see what is taking me now. Get data from what? Other sources. And then you have what? Excel workbook, CSV file, XML. All these are different sources in which you can get data from. You get me now? And that is the beauty of Power BI. It allows so much flexibility, so much functionality. And if your data source is not listed among all of these, you still have what? The option of other data source as well. These are other data source as well. You can also get data source from the web. You understand? So now we have our Excel workbook. So I'm just going to select this. When I select this, the next thing I want to do is connect. Now I just need to look for where I have my data source on my system. As you can see, it's already showing retail sales order, and then I open. I trust we're following, guys. So it's going to establish a connection with the retail sales order, and then it's going to scan, read the data source that I've just put, and then you're going to be seeing all of this now. So you see what we have? We have what? Table 1 and what? Data set. So you can, if I click on, you're going to see review. Are you here? Are you still with me, guys? Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
We can hear you.
Can that person on
okay,
mute?
good.
Sorry, can that person mute? Someone is on the background. I don't know if it's your end.
I guess it's on my head. I just have some people come come inside. Don't worry. But if you're on the call, please just mute so that you can hear me clearly. Okay. So just mute so you can hear me clearly. Okay, I think we're good. So now this is my data sets. You understand now? This is what it's sample of what I have. So I'm just going to select this, and then you see there's load, there's transform. Now I'll transform. If I want to clean this data set, I select transform. So it is in transforming. We'll do all of our cleaning, we'll do all of our sorting and whatever we want to do with our data set. This is where we do our data manipulation. So this is the data set loaded into what? Power BI. So when you join us, we're going to be teaching you more about tables. We have what is called the fact table. We have what is called the dimension table. And there are a lot of things I can do here. So what we have here typically is called a fact table that contains all of the attributes of the data. But now we can now break them down into dimension table. So you'll be taught how to do all of that. The dimension table, they are as simple as ABC. Just your copy, your paste, copy, again, paste, and then you just begin your editing. So this is a sales data set. I want to do with, let's say I want to create a customer table. I'll just right click here, rename, and I call this customer dimension table. So everything that's going to be on customer dimension table has to do with what? Your customer. So I'm just going to remove anything that has nothing to do with my customer here. I'm just going to take them away. As you can see, we only this is not there. So I'm just going to delete, as simple as ABC. And then what do I want to do next? I want to use my customer ID as my unique identifier. These are the things that Jumia does. But you don't see it on the front end, you see it at the back end. So what I'm going to do now to identify a particular customer, I'm just going to select this, and then you see remove duplicate. I'm going to remove duplicate, and in all of these sales data set, we only have 5. Can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
I can't see your screen. I don't know if I'm the only one.
Please, if you can see my screen, let me know so that we'll know if it's my network or if it's our network. Okay, good. Okay, good. So please, can you just maybe leave the call and join back? I guess it's from your own side. So you just leave the call and then you join back, so you're able to follow along what we are doing. So guys, so now we have just 5 customers in all of these data sets. We have what? 5 customers. So they are repeated purchases. Repeated what? Purchases. That is what the data set is trying to tell us. And that is why every time you go to Jumia to buy something, Jumia asks you to register. By the time you register, you're coming back to buy something again. Jumia is populating your sheet. Their database is populating your sheet, what you buy, the address you put, all of those things is populating it somewhere like this. So their analyst is using those data to do all of this. So when they want to know actually how many customers they have, they just remove all the duplicate and you just see the exact number of customers they have. And that is what we've done here now. We have just 5 customers. But when you check the main data set, you'll be amazed. Wow, you can see now. Imagine all of this, 100 plus, and only 5 customers actually did all of these purchases. That is what this is telling us from the back end. So the next thing we want to do now is, when we look at this, what else do we have? We have customer, we have order. So we can just say, okay, let us create an order DIM. We also have product. Do I have product ID? If I have a product ID that can identify each of the products, then we can create a product DIM table. But if not, I'll just create an order. So I'll just call this order DIM table. And then everything that has to do with order is what I'm going to leave on this table. Everything that has to do with the order is what I'm leaving on this table. So this is going. I'm leaving the quantity. Order date is there. Order status is there. Products, I'm taking away all of the products details because we don't actually need them. So order ID, this becomes my unique identifier. So I want to remove all of the duplicate, and here we have it to remove all of the duplicate. So what do we do next? We are done with our transform. I just want to close and apply and let it load on the Power BI interface. So we'll just allow it to load, and then we are good to go. So we'll just allow it to load. So it's loading. Is what is loading. I hope we are together, guys.
Yes, sir, we are together.
Good. So let's just allow it to load. So once it's done loaded, we go ahead and work on it. Good. So you can see that our data has loaded on your right hand side, on my right hand side, rather on the screen. You'll be seeing customer dim table, order dim table, sales data set. Now, if I go to my model view, I'll be able to see that Power BI has done the linking for me automatically. But don't worry, when you come on board, we're going to be teaching you how to do all of this. You can see the linking has been done automatically. So we're good to go. I don't need anything here for Power BI to do anything for me. So I'll come back to here. Now we are set to build our dashboard. It is as simple as what we are doing here. This is not magic. This is not rocket science. This is as simple as A, B, C. Now, when you look at your data set, we have what? It's all about sales. Premier data set is all about what? Sales. So let's say now, what am I trying to look for? I want to look for customer with the highest purchase. Customer with the highest purchase. I have my customer DIM table. I have my customer ID. I have customer name. So I can just click on this and select, or you do your drag and drop. There are many ways you can use Power BI. You can do your drag and drop. As you can see this is showing now. Now it's populating, and it's going to populate the customer names. I can ask, okay, these are my customer names. So what do I want to check for the customer? What are the order product, the order or sales that each of the customer generated? What are the sales that each of the customer generated? So we'll look for our quantity ordered. So we can see Alice Johnson 558 quantity. You can decide to go to unit price if you want. Are we just seeing what we are populating? So all of that like that. So Alice Johnson made a total sales, a total purchase of $5,302 just from my alone. Bob Smith, $5,203. Carol Wise, $5,999. And you can see the quantity, total quantity they ordered. You can see the total quantity they ordered. I can say, okay, this information now, I don't want it to be on a table. Maybe I want to put it on an Instagram. I just select my Instagram. I want to put it on maybe a line chart, whatever means, whatever chart you want to use is all available for you. So you just select the chart you want to use, is all available for you. So you can see all of them. You can see your indicators, sum of quantity ordered, sum of units ordered. But I prefer to put this kind of information on a table. I prefer to put this kind of information on a what? On a table. Why? Because it's more easier to understand when it's on a table than when it's on a graph. What do I want to do? I want to rename this. So I come, right click, and then I'm saying, okay, this is what? Total quantity. I want to rename this to total quantity. I want to rename this to total sales. Total sales. So this is what I have finally. So I'm done with this. What do? I just leave it here for now. Later, we're going to arrange all of that. You can see that it's easier. Just drag and what? And drop. I can move, make it very simple, just like that. So the next thing you are looking for now on your, that you feel like you need to build, who can tell us what we need to extract from this data set? What do you think we can extract? Are we following, guys? Are we following? Are we following? Are we following, guys? I know some people are having are struggling with network. That's why we are recording the session to be able to, you know, give you guys the video at the end of the day. So if you're struggling with network, try your best to be on the session. But if network won't allow you, then don't worry, you still have access to the recording. So for those of us that are on the call, are we together? Are we following? Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. That is perfect. So now let's do something. Let's say I want to do a line chart. I want to show the trend, how frequently, what are the ups and downs that we encountered in our sales. So I want to use a line chart because I have dates, I have other dates. So I can use my other dates. Then I want to streamline these other dates to either maybe day, maybe year, maybe month. So I just remove day, I remove quarter, and then let's pick our value, which is unit price first. So we have 2023 to 2024. So if I take out the year, now see what we have, guys. Is it making sense? Is it making sense? I can see add another line chart here. So now we have these for sales, we have this for quantity, but I want it to be very fine and interactive. So I'm just going to remove quantity and I'm just going to leave this like that. Is it making sense? Is it difficult? I'm not getting any. Okay, good. Now, this is what we have. This is a line graph telling us the frequency and the movement. So from here, we can see that between the month of September down to November, we have the highest sales in what? In October, where we have the highest unit of goods sold is what? October. So there's a fluctuation from here down, we go down, we come up again. So now, as a business analyst or as a data analyst, when you're giving such a graph or a chart, your assignment is the one to ask question. Okay, this is January, so we believe, okay, because they've had a lot of expenditure in December, so the purchases in January is definitely going to be very low. But why are we not having at least in March we are not having lower? So this is where you now want to find out what is going on. Why are we having lower purchase in March? And then you discover that after March, the purchase skyrocket. In April, we're having higher purchase. And then it comes down again in May, goes up a little bit in June, comes, just say it maintains that range in July, and then down again in August, down in September, and then up again in October. So you want to ask question, what did they do in between March and April that saw the purchase went up? What did they do in between September and October that saw the purchase rise up? And then November is coming down again. So what did they do that saw the purchase reduce? So you understand? So you want to probe all of that information. You want to probe all of that information. This is what makes you the analyst, either the business analyst or the data analyst. So let's see what we can build again from this data set we are given. So we have product categories. So let's say we want to look at product type. Let's look at product category in relation to sales. So product category in relation to sales. I can put this on a donut chart. Just simple as what? ABC. And this is why we exist, to show you that tech is as simple as ABC. So I'm putting this on a donut chart. So we have how many categories? 3 categories: clothing, home categories, and then electronics category. So we've been able to, get that information. So let's see. Let me use amount and let's see. So, okay, switch this also to sum of amounts. Let's see what we get. So you can see we have a different data set. So I'm just going to duplicate this CV, simple as A, B, C. And then I'm going to change from amount and then bring this margin, just simple as A, B, C. So you can rearrange, you can rearrange, you can rearrange. That is the beauty of Power BI. If you're using Tableau, you know that is not as easy as using Power BI. Tableau is good, but it also has some of its own challenges as well. So you can see we can do drag, we can do multiple. So there are many things you can do with your Power BI. You can add more page. I can decide to add more page and say, okay, I want to build a decision tree. I want to see from the beginning to the end in a tree format. And now this is what I'm going to do. This is a decision tree. So if I click on this, the first thing I want to have on that decision tree is sum of sales amount. I want to have the sum of sales amount. So the next thing I want to have on my decision tree now is in relation to what? Product category. So here we have our, I'm just going to expand this. I'm giving the whole this in this page. So here we have our product category. So you're going to see that product category. You get me now? So we have our product category. So what other things do I want to explain it with? Order type or shipping status. Let me look if we have anything that has to do with shipping. I thought I saw something with shipping. Okay, let's use quantity. So I can expand this as well to give me what? Quantity. Bring this here. So we have our plus quantity ordered. So you can see now it's expanding. So for home items, these are the quantity ordered. You come to this from a clothing item, these are the quantity ordered. You come to this for electronics, right? Yeah, these are the quantity ordered. So you can build a decision tree like this that makes helps your stakeholders or your viewers or those that are going to be interacting with your dashboard to be able to make those decisions, and then they're able to see how far it goes. I thought I saw something like order status. Let me see. So let's break this down again. Order status. So that's here we see canceled, shipped, processing. Now this is a typical decision tree. Is it difficult? From what you are seeing, is tech difficult? From what you are saying, guys, is tech difficult? Unmute and say, oh, if it's difficult, say it's difficult. If it's not difficult, go ahead.
I think it's not difficult, but for people who are learners who do not even understand this model of business, they will need to go back to the scratch.
Exactly. And that is why we are here. So what we are showing you is to show you that this is actually tech can be simple. So, and with our program, you're going to have all of that. We'll teach you from the scratch. It's as simple as ABC. It becomes as if you're just operating your WhatsApp. The very first thing you downloaded WhatsApp, it looks like, God, what is this? But after 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, the more you use the WhatsApp, the more you become familiar with certain features, and then it becomes easier. And that is what we're going to be teaching you during the program. So there are many things you can do. It's just you look at what you have and just read what is on the screen, and then you're good to go. But we'll teach you all of that magic. So let's see if we can add a graph. Let's see if we can add a graph to our chart. I think I have location. So if I have location, I should be able to get a graph. So I have country. So let's see if our map is going to populate. So it's automatically selected the map. So country in relation to sales amount. So let's see what they are going to be giving us. Good. You see that? So you can do many beautiful things with your dashboard. You can do many beautiful things with your dashboard. Let me just leave it at this. With your dashboard. So the bubble is the bigger bubble is telling you, okay, anywhere you see the bigger bubble, that's where you have the highest number of sales. That is what it means. So this is just a typical dashboard you can always come across in a Power BI environment. So I want to name this dashboard. I'm going to insert my text and put an header to it, and I'm going to call this sales reports dashboard. Sales report dashboard. Control A. The same thing you do with your Microsoft Word. Select the font size or font type times New Roman. Font size 28. You can bold, you can italics, you can justify whatever you want to do. So this is what I have. Sales report dashboard. So this is what we have, our sales report dashboard. You can also move this to any desired location you want. So there are beautiful things you can do with a Power BI. I'm just going to leave this here. Now I want to beautify all of this. How do I go about it? I can decide to use, okay, let me select a theme, or let me, make it more beautiful. So there are many themes you can select, and you just watch the magic for you automatically. Or if you have your own design, you can select your own design. I love this. I don't know why I love red, black, and blue. So many beautiful things you can do. I always love to leave my chart. I love to have my chart without color. So I'm just going to select this. I love this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this. Okay, just simple. Don't worry, when you come on board, we'll teach you all of this without stress. We'll teach you all of this without stress. As you can see, it's just for you to know where to go and where not to go. But we'll teach you all of this without stress. So we'll teach you from scratch, like A, B, C. I can take my title off if I want to expand. If I don't want to have that, I can take that off as well. But I'm going to leave it for the sake of this session. But when you come on board, we'll teach you how to take all of that away. So let me just take my title and then arrange it, put this in the center. So this becomes what sales. This is month, so we have monthly. We have monthly what? Sales. We have monthly sales. So that's what we have. I can come back here and say, okay, this is unit price. So I just change my title again, and then here we have a monthly quantity. Monthly quantity. Put it in the middle again. I can make my lines to become smooth, solid, okay, rounded. So you can just play with it. That is the beauty of it. You can play with it. You can play with it. You can see, you can play with it. It's simple as ABC. B, C. So one thing I want to do, I want to add a boundary. I want to put a boundary, take up the background, but put a visual border. I want to put a visual border that is near white. So we'll see how it is, so that you can always have a demarcation for each of your charts. You're able to have a demarcation for each of your charts. Put rounded corners 5. Come here, I put rounded corners 5. Just format the way you like. Just make it look beautiful. So you can do all of that customization with Power BI. You can do all of that customization with Power BI. Are we following, guys? So this is what we call a dashboard. This is what we call a dashboard. This is a typical dashboard. A typical dashboard. You can see everything is streamlined with what? With the themes you have selected. So this is a typical dashboard. It's a typical dashboard. So you'll be given your data set, and then you have all of these to build, which is very, very simple. We are going to be teaching you how simple tech is. It's as simple as A, B, C. And it's the same thing we've used to build numerous dashboards. So your data set is going to determine what you are actually going to be building. If you have a sales data set, definitely you're building anything relating to sales. If you have a health data set, you're building anything relating to health. I recently built a dashboard for a client in Brazil. Let me see if I can get that out for you. I built a dashboard for a client in Brazil. Let me show you the 2 version I gave to the client. Now, this is the latest version I built for the client. Is an health organization in Brazil. So you can see now this is an interactive dashboard. An interactive dashboard. So is all these things are what we're going to be teaching you. We're going to be teaching you all of this. Is as simple as A, B, C. This is your trend, doctors. So a lot of all of these are what you're going to be learning how to build on your own. So even though you don't know how to build a dashboard, even though you don't know how to use Power BI, you don't know how to use Excel, in the space of 3 months, we're going to be taking you from a novice to a professional. That is a guarantee. If you follow all our instructions, attend on your session, watch all of your videos, you're going to be graduating from a novice to a professional in a space of 3 months. Somebody will be saying, how possible is that? It is very, very possible. We have done it before, we'll continue to do it, and we'll always do it. And mind you, we are teaching you with the latest, the latest in the industry, the latest curriculum in the industry. So we update our curriculum from time to time, and we're giving you the latest in the industry. So what you're getting from us, you're getting absolutely the best, but nothing but the best. The best, but nothing but the best. So okay, let's see if the dashboard will come up. If it comes up, I'm going to take you through the dashboard, so you see exactly what we are saying. This was last saved 1st of July 2025. I'm not sure this is the one I built last. This is not the last one. The last one I delivered this job yesterday. So let's just allow you to do is loading and the rest like that. But that is not the latest dashboard. I'm not signing in. I'm not publishing. Let me see this. So you can see this is the data set I was given. So each data set has its own peculiarity. So you build your dashboard based on your data set. You build your dashboard based on your data set. We are building this kind of dashboard because we're given a sales data set. So it depends on the organization you're going to find yourself. If you find yourself in an e-commerce organization, if you find yourself in a financial organization, if you find yourself in an ed tech, any organization you find yourself, their data set is always different. And that is why we tell our students, when you're writing your capstone project, that's your final project, when you're writing your final project, what you want to do is you want to do a project that is relating to the industry you intend to apply your skills. So you may be coming from the educational background and then you want to venture into the financial sector. So we advise you to build your dashboard or to do your final project on that particular sector. We'll show you where to get free data sets that you can actually use for whatever you are doing, free data set that you can use for whatever you are going to be doing. So the data set are there free of charge for everyone. So this is actually the dashboard I built for the clients in Brazil. This is the dashboard I built for the clients in Brazil. So you can see you can interact with this dashboard. This is the month. You can choose the month you want to see. So what happens is that if we connect this dashboard to a live data set that is feeding this dashboard data on month-to-month basis, all you simply need to do is come here every month and click on refresh, and this dashboard is going to update itself automatically. You don't need to do anything else again. It's just going to update itself automatically. So this is what we call an interactive or a collaborative dashboard. And you see, because I refresh, so it's going to refresh the data set for you once it's connected to a data source. If there's any update, you're going to be seeing that update in the visualized form. And this is what you're going to learn how to do. Do we have any question before we go to the next phase of tonight's session, which is the next step, what you need to do to go into the tech space? Any question? Any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is for a total novice, someone that does not even know Microsoft, not to talk of Excel. How possible it is for you to take such a person as someone that is totally a novice? He only knows how to type, does not know anything, does not even know how to use all the Microsoft application. How possible is it for you to take such a person to become a professional in 3 months? 3 months. You're saying 3 months.
3 months, yes. And I will continue to elaborate that. That's a very wonderful and fantastic question. Thank you for that question. Now, how possible? 100% possible. If the person can read, if the person can write, if the person can follow instruction, watch the videos, attend the live session, it is 100% possible. All we need from you as our student is to be able to know how to browse the web, hold your mouse, do whatever you're doing on your laptop. That is all we need. We're going to teach you how to use these tools from 0 to 100%. That is a guaranteed. We'll teach you from 0 to 100% how to use these tools, beginning with how to even put the tools on your system. Our onboarding session begins with how you can be able to download these tools and have them on your system. So is it possible? Yes. How possible? 100% possible. 100% possible. You begin your onboarding, your first session. Okay, you said? I can't get that. I didn't get what you said.
I said that will be wow.
Yes.
I'm saying that will be wow. That will be
exactly. And that is what it looks like magic. It looks like this thing is impossible, but trust me, within your first 1 month, you're going to come back and say it's truly possible. We're going to start with you with Excel. So what we did, what now with Power BI. So you graduate from Excel, you go to Power BI. From Power BI, you go to the next package. So we're taking it step by step, and we have our curriculum, we have our blueprint which we are following. So it's very, very much possible. Very, very much possible. Do we have another question? Another question? Another question before we go to the final phase of tonight's session? Another question? Okay. I understand that some of them could not join because of the network challenge, but not to worry, the recording is going to be made available. So you'll be able to build something like this at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you'll be able to build something like this. So we're going to be teaching you a whole lot, and how you can even sell your services online. You'll be able to sell your services online. And that is why we have different session. We have the mentorship session, we have the technical session, and then we have the live class. So in the mentorship session, we're going to be teaching you your CV building, your LinkedIn optimization, your portfolio building. I believe I sent this link to some of you guys. We're going to be teaching you how to build all of this. We'll teach you how to build all of this. Is as simple as ABC. We'll teach you how to use this is Miro. For those of you that are going to be doing business analysis, we'll teach you how to use your Miro, your draw.io, your lucid chart, where you're able to draw processes, optimize processes. If you check the jobs that are currently online, you just discover all we are teaching you are what will get you ready for that job. We're giving you tools that are going to get you ready for the job. And that is why we'll tell you during our mentorship session, 1 month after your program, the moment you're done with Excel and Power BI, we'll tell you to start applying for jobs. You start applying for jobs. Straight up, you start applying for jobs. And trust me, there are a lot of companies that are waiting for you. I know you may be asking, I've been in the educational sector for 8 years. I've been in the financial sector for so number of years. What happens to those experience? Now, this is why we are here. Those experiences are not going to waste. We'll teach you how to migrate those experience from wherever you're coming from into the world of tech. We'll teach you how to migrate those experience into the world of tech. So if you're coming from the educational background and then you want to remain in educational background, we teach you how you can convert all those years of experience into a tech experience. This is what we're going to be doing during our mentorship session. We'll take you through that process during our mentorship session. And when you are building your CV, all of those tech experience are going to be reflecting on your CV. They will reflect on your CV. So we'll teach you all of these during the mentorship session. So we've got you covered. That's why we're telling you it is possible. We've been doing it and we'll continue to do it for you to become a professional in 3 months, because we have the tools, we have the resources to bring you to that level. All that is required from you is to follow our guidance, follow our instruction, and then your LinkedIn profile as well, which is going to be optimized by you. We'll teach you how to do that. You optimize your LinkedIn profile, and then at the end of the day, you now start posting what you are learning on weekly basis into LinkedIn to put yourself out there as a professional. So we have what is called a 90 days LinkedIn posting challenge, whereby the moment you resume your program after your first class, you are expected to post on LinkedIn for the next 90 days. Trust me, it's challenging, but it's fun, is mind-blowing, and you'll be amazed the number of people you could reach with such a post. So these are one of the tools we've put in place to ensure that all of our students out there are able to put themselves on the front line, either as a business analyst or as a data analyst. And when they are able to do this, recruiters are the ones that are coming to you to say, okay, we need this, we need. I get job vacancy every day. I'm going to teach you the platform to do your job vacancy. We'll give you all of this platform where you are able to put your job out there, put yourself out there, and then get jobs notification. We'll teach you how to get jobs notification, even on LinkedIn, even on a Glassdoor, Indeed. You get jobs. There are a lot of jobs that are out there. These are jobs that I posted 2 days ago. This was 1 day ago, 4 days ago. So you'll be getting all of this notification on your inbox on daily basis. If I open, okay, let me look for a business analyst and just open, and then you see the requirements that is actually there. The requirement that is actually there. Okay, this is a business analyst. So let's see the requirement that is, or that they put, that they need. We'll see the requirement, and then you'll be amazed that these are all the things you're going to be learning within the space of 3 months. So just allow it to load. I know the network is lagging tonight because of the weather or maybe the season. So, but if you have your question, go ahead and ask your question. If you have any question, you're free to ask your question.
Hello, good evening. I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead. Good evening. Welcome.
Yeah, I want to know when is the program starting and how much is for data analysis, and is it just for data analysis, or someone that is learning data analysis is entitled to also do business analytics? And I also want to know if is for data analysis, are you going to go into SQL and Python, or you're just focusing on Excel and Power BI?
Okay, thank you for that question. So I'll start from the last. For data analysis, we're doing Excel, we're doing Power BI, we're doing SQL, and then we're doing Python. That is for data analysis. For business analysis, we're just taking them through Excel, through Power BI, and a little bit of SQL, and then they'll now come to the business analysis environment where they do their stakeholders management, agile methodologies, gap analysis, and every business analysis standpoint. That is where they are going to end. So, but for those that are doing business analysis, you cannot do business analysis and do data analysis at the same time. You have to pick one. So you pick one inside data analysis or business analysis. And for the first question, how much is our program? So our program currently is running at a 50% automatic scholarship. And then what we've created, what we've done for you, we've made it to become, you can pay instrumental, you can pay once, you can pay on 2 instrumental plan, you can pay on 3 instrumental plan, or you can pay once. So all of that total an amount of 150,000 naira. That is what we are currently giving out to our students, 150,000 for each of the program. So you decide which instrumental plan you want to go for, or you decide you want to pay once. And while we bring in instrumental plan, we understand financial situation, financial circumstances, that all fingers are not equal. At the same time, we understand that a lot of people have their doubts, and then because they have their doubts, they want to test the program. So we're giving them that grace to test the program with an instrumental plan for the next 1 month. And then when you see that, okay, truly what these people say they're able to deliver, and then you go ahead and complete your payment. So that is why we're doing the instrumental plan. Are we together? Is that clear enough?
Okay, so are you saying, for example, data analysis is 3 months, and let's say I have I want to pay 3 times. Is it okay?
Yes, you go with the 3 instrumental plan. Anyone you choose. If you want to pay 2 times, you go with the 2 instrumental plan. So we have all of them: plan one, plan two, plan three, or plan one, plan A, plan B. So you select which plan suits you. We're going to be dropping the payment link on the group chats. That's our general group chat. And we've structured it in a way: once you make your payment, you're automatically redirected to download your welcome kit, download the course kit, where you have access to join your Google class. So those links are embedded in your kit. The link to join your Google class, the link to join your WhatsApp group, they are in the kit. And that is why we're not giving out our brochure, because those links are embedded in the brochure. I'll open the brochure for you before we call this session a random. So we're pending that now. This is the job description. This is a business analyst, software business solution consulting. That's the firm. Location is Lagos. Salary from 300,000 a month. 300,000 a month. Now, what are the responsibilities? Evaluating business processes, anticipating requirements, uncovering areas for improvement, and developing and implementing solution. All this is saying is all about what? Process analysis. Process analysis. And that's one of the core functions of a business analyst, which we are going to be teaching you. And that's why we have the tools like Mirror. We have Mirror, we have Lucidchart, we have Draw.io. Let me see if the process I built is still coming up. So we have Mirror, we have Draw.io, and the rest like that. Are you asking a question, sir?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
When
if your line is breaking, you can type your question on the chat box so we can pick it up from there.
When I saw the advert, can you hear me clearly now? Can you hear me clearly?
It's breaking.
Hello?
I can hear you, but when you start speaking frequently, it breaks. But I can hear you now. I can hear you if you can hear me.
Okay. I can hear you. When you people advertised, you advertised the program for 80,000, but you are saying 150,000. What's the difference?
No, we didn't advertise for 80,000. Even in our advert, there is no fee. We didn't advertise for 80,000. Our program fee is 150 with a 50% scholarship. Our normal fee is 350. So we brought it down to 300 and give out a 50% automated scholarship for every new participant. That is what we're currently doing. Is that clear? Can you hear me? Did you get what I said? Okay, good.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay.
So, okay, that's great. So I don't know. I think the network is affecting what I want to show you guys, which is the process mapping. So these are a typical process mapping environment. So this is what we call process map, process flow. We'll teach you how to build all of this. It's as simple as A, B, C. We'll teach you how to build all of this, where you start your journey and then where you're going to end the journey. So all of this you're going to be taught when you enroll for our program. I think this was a process map we built. I built this for either a software company or something like that. Okay, yes, it's an app. So you start, analyze device. This is an app. I built it for an app that has to do with inbox cleaner. That's automated inbox cleaner, removing duplicates, and app usage monitoring. So that was what I did here. So we'll teach you how to do all of that. We'll teach you how to gather business requirements. We'll teach you what is called requirement re-engineering. We'll teach you all
of that. And that is what is being listed here. Conducting meetings and presentation to share ideas and finding, which is what we're actually doing. We'll teach you how to do that. Performing requirement analysis will teach you everything you're seeing here. Gathering crucial information is also requirement gathering with various stakeholders and producing useful. All of these things you're going to be taught. These are all big grammar. We understand you're not familiar with them. Stakeholders management, stakeholders elicitation, requirement gathering, requirement monitoring. We understand, and that is why we're going to be teaching you. So you are going to be learning the language. This is a business analyst, so you learn the language of a business analyst. If you're doing data analytics, you learn the language of a data analytics. So that is how we have structured each of the program. So trust me, when we say you will become a novice and expert in 3 months, we mean it. Even though you don't have any experience in tech before, it's as easy as ABC. This is what we have
Can
mastered,
we
and
know
this
the
is what
difference
we are
between the
actually
two?
using.
At
And you
least
see,
this
this
to
is a
guide us in
contract
making decision.
job. This is a contract job, and there are many jobs out there which are there, remote, hybrid. We'll be showing you how to get all of those jobs. If you go on LinkedIn, let me see if I can open my LinkedIn. If you go on LinkedIn, you'll be amazed the number of jobs that are there. The number of jobs that are there is wow. Can you hear me? You want to say something?
Yeah, I was
You can
saying,
unmute and say
we know
something if you want to say. If you have a question, unmute and ask a question.
I was actually asking the difference between the business analyst and
I
data
can hear
analyst
you.
to
Can
enable us
anyone
to make
hear
the
her?
right choice. Can you hear me? Hello?
Are you asking when the program is going to start?
I can actually hear. He was asking how we can know the difference between the business analyst and the data analyst, so as to know what to choose, so as to decide the ones to settle on.
Okay. And data analyst. Okay. The difference between data analysis and business analysis. Okay, that is very good. So when we talk about business analysis, yeah, I can hear you. What's the difference? I can hear you. And a data analyst. Yeah. Okay. So now a business, and as a business analyst, you're dealing more with the stakeholders. You're dealing more with people. As a data analyst, you're dealing more with data. So data analyst, what you're doing, you are analyzing data. You see what we did today in the Power BI is actually the work of a data analyst. Your ability to interact with the data, analyze the data, and then present those data to stakeholders. Now, as a business analyst, you come in when the data analysis is done. So the data analyst gives you this dashboard and say, okay, this is what we've been able to uncover from the data. And then you will pick that data and then find the gaps. This is where we are supposed to be. Let me open this so that you have an understanding of what I'm saying now. Now, this is a sales data. Now, if the company projection is that by April, they are supposed to be making 100 or 20,000 sales, and now by April they are making what? This is 15,000. So as a business analyst, you want to ask a question: what happened that we are not able to achieve the business objective? Now the data analyst takes this data, wherever they are getting the data from, he or she pulls the data together and prepare this kind of a dashboard and gives you access to the dashboard. You take this dashboard and then you are asking the question. Our objective, our goal for April 2025 is to achieve 20,000 sales or 20,000 million. But why? What happened that we're not able to achieve it? So you want to find the reason behind the company not meeting that business objective. And that is what we call gap analysis. So you are identifying the gap, the reason behind the shortfall as a business analyst. And when you are done, you will now make recommendation. So you are not just identifying the problem, you are also providing solution to the problem. Okay, now this is why we are not able to make this sales, where our advert was not streamlined. We didn't target the right people, we targeted the wrong people. So now this is what we need to do. We need to streamline our advert to a particular audience. So you're making what? Recommendation. So for your tools that you're going to learn for data analysis, you're going to be learning the Excel in advanced form. You're going to be learning the Power BI. You're going to be learning the SQL, and then you're going to be learning the Python. Those are the tools you're going to be learning for your data analysis. And then you're going to learn AI. We'll teach you how to use AI. There are a lot of things you can do with AI. You can build videos with AI. And then there's a bonus we are adding, and that is teaching you how to make videos using AI so you can sell your skills faster. It's actually a course we teach. We call it digital design course. Okay, go ahead, David, before I attend to the tools that business analysts are going to be using. Go ahead, David, your hand is raised.
For someone, yes, for someone who is a business owner and we want to do analysis and also do, that's both data analysis and business analysis, can't you take him up on these two? And if you can, what is the bill for it? And what's the duration?
Okay, I will attend to your question. So let me attend to the tools that you're going to be using as a business analyst. For business analysts, we'll teach you Excel, we'll teach you Power BI and a basic of SQL, and then we'll teach you gap analysis, we'll teach you process mapping, which is Draw.io or Lucidchart. We'll teach you either of those two, or Mirror. We'll teach you that. That's for your process mapping. We teach you stakeholders requirement and what is called requirements re-engineering. That's how to gather requirements, how to re-evaluate requirements. We teach you all of that, and then we'll take you further into what is called the business requirement document. So we'll teach you all about documentation, business requirement document, product requirement document. Then we'll teach you what is called agile methodology. Is actually what they use in project management, but as a business analyst, at times you're going to function a little bit in that capacity as a project manager. So we teach you agile methodology. That's we use tools like Jira, we use tools like Confluence, Excel. You can also use Excel for that. You can use Google Meet, you can use Slack, you can use Trello. We teach you all of these tools on business analysis. I hope that answers your question, Papa. And then for David, you are saying for someone that is a business owner, you want to learn data analysis and business analysis simultaneously. The answer is it is not possible to learn both of them simultaneously, because these are two different classes and they run concurrently. So they run the same time. So while you are having your business analysis, the data analysis is also taking place. So you can't join both class at the same time. However, if you decide to say, okay, after the first class, you want to go for the second one, that is up to you. Then we can talk about if whatever scholarship that is available, you also will be entitled to it then. But we don't advise you run both class. We advise you stick to one, build yourself on that one, and then become the expert on that one and focus your career on that particular class. So I believe that answers your question.
Right. No, but we're saying not to run both at once, as in running, not to run both simultaneously, but to run one and then later we come to another, because we would love to know these things and apply them to our businesses. But the question now is, if that is possible, which one do we start first? Do we start with data analysis before we go to business analysis?
It's very possible, and our advice to start with business analysis, being the fact that you own a business, so you interact with people you interact with data, and the fact that you're going to be taught part of data analysis as a business analyst, and then before you go into your business analysis proper, we advise you go for the business analysis class. You understand? Then when you're done with that, you can now come back to the data analysis, where you now go deeper to now learn tools like Python and then your SQL in details. You understand that?
Good. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Great.
All right.
Great.
Good. Thank you. I'm satisfied.
You're welcome. So do we have any other question? Are we all good? Are we all good? I believe
I'm
for
good.
those of us that were in our okay, good. For those of us that were in our last session, we talked about the salary structure, which is what you're seeing on my screen. What business analysts make in Nigeria and what they make outside of Nigeria. And I believe you've even seen it. I think the business analyst role we open was showing 200,000 upward monthly. So these are information that are vital. And then these are our unique approach, which we've talked about: live mentorship, 100% practical, job boards, recommendations, CV building session, LinkedIn optimization, professional portfolio, interview preparation, and then you have the ability to learn from anywhere. Anywhere. You have the ability to learn from anywhere. Oh, some people start with, I didn't get that. Okay, what are the days of the training? What tools are you going to learn in each? Okay, so for our training days, Saturday is our training days. Tuesday is what we call our mentorship session. But we're looking at interchanging this time, bringing our technical session on Tuesday because of the class on Saturday. So you have a technical session on Tuesday to prepare you for that week, and then you have your mentorship session on Thursday. So that's how we're going to rearrange this system. So I need the track with best hands, please. Some people start with strong and end weak. Well, I don't know. It happens to some people, but what we do, we start you from scratch. So you're growing from zero and you're going upward. You're not coming down. You're going from zero and then you're growing upward. So that is an assurance and a guarantee we are giving you guys. So you start from zero and then you grow upward. That is how we run our program, and that's why we've started from the basics in Excel. We've started from the basics in Excel, and then we'll take you like that simultaneously. Okay. So any other question? Do we have any other question? Okay. So if there's no other, I wanted to show us more opportunities, but I don't know what's wrong with our network. I wanted to show us jobs on LinkedIn, so you see their requirement and you understand what we are actually. Okay, I said I was going to show you guys our portfolio, our welcome kit. So let me just give you that. A welcome kit. So we have this material for let's go. Okay, these are welcome kit, business analysis and data analysis. So I'll just run you through that. So these are our okay, you get that. These are our data analysis welcome kit. So this is what you're going to be learning. This is what you're going to be learning. So our program is 3 months, a 1 month internship. You're going to be learning all of these, beginning with Excel. So beginning with Excel, so you have your introduction to Excel. We'll take you to Excel function, paste special, creating tables, chart, data visualization, conditional formatting. So these are where you're going to be getting with MX Excel, and then you move to Power BI. So from Power BI, you move to SQL. So all our courses start with an introduction, and then finally to Python, and then you get our what value packages as well. So all of these classes you are attending, you're going to be building portfolios, you're going to be building projects, there are hands-on projects you're going to be doing for each of these classes that is going to make up your portfolio, and that is what you're going to be presenting to your stakeholder. So our mentorship session is in the evening, our live practical classes is in the evening. But what we are doing this session, you're going to liaise with your, because we understand some dynamics, so you're going to liaise with your tutor in your class. That is why when you pay, you have access to join your class group. This is the link to join your class group. So you join your class WhatsApp group once you make your payment and you get this, and then you join your Google Classroom. Yeah, so you liaise. There's going to be a room this time for people to liaise, students to liaise with their tutor, and then their tutor, they can set a time that is more centralized for them. Reason being that why we normally do our classes in the evening, we also consider some of our students that are not within Nigeria, because at times we have students in Canada, we have students in US, and because of the different time zone, we normally put it at a centralized time zone. But this time there's going to be an open room where you can liaise with your tutor, and then you guys are going to pick a preferred time. But if everybody goes in line with the time, which is 5 to 8 p.m. every Saturday, and then our weekly mentorship Tuesday is 8 p.m. West African time, which is 8 p.m. Nigerian time. That is our time. And now this for the business analysis. So you also have your link to join your group. You have your link to join your class. Saturday, still 5 to 8 p.m. You still have the opportunity to liaise with your tutor as well. And these are what you're going to be learning in the business analysis. So you begin with Excel as usual, and then you move down to your Power BI and a touch of SQL. You don't really need the SQL, so they'll just give you the basics. You actually don't need it, but you get the basics of it. And then after you're done with your those session, you take a 1 week break, and then you return to now enter into what is called the business analysis proper. So for each of these, you also have projects that you're going to be carrying out, and when you're done with your project, you're able to build your professional portfolio that you're going to be showing to stakeholders or potential employers of labor that you're going to be sending out your CV to. So you have all of that. You have all of what? All of that. So these are what you're going to be learning in the business analysis module. You start with what is down to your just like that. You're going to each of them. Then you have your Jira for your agile methodology that we talked about. So you have your software. We'll teach you software development life cycle, the life cycle of building software. So you go through all of that. Then we'll teach you user acceptance testing and the rest like that. So you also have a value package, and then you have your weekly mentorship session as well. Then you have your classes, your live class, and then your mentorship session. So that is basically what we have on our brochure. That is why we actually don't give it out, because of the links. The links are meant for only registered students. The links are meant for only registered students. So only those are registered for program have access to the link. For business analysis, for data analysis, okay, what is the challenge, Papa? What is your challenge? You can type your challenge, or you can unmute and then let us know what your challenge is, and let's see if we're able to provide solution to that challenge right away. Okay, the lecture days, Saturdays is the main lecture. Our main lecture is on Saturday and is 5 p.m. to 8 p.m., 3 hours on that day. Like I said, it all depends on the whole student and their relationship with their tutor. So you can liaise with your tutor. At times we have a student from East Africa. We have students from East Africa, and because of the time zone, at times we have session like 2 p.m. in Nigerian time because of their own time zone. So that will be liaised with your tutor in your own WhatsApp group, not on the general group, in your own WhatsApp group. That's liaisement is going to be done there. So if there's any challenge you know you're going to encounter, go ahead and share that on the group, and then your tutor will do well to respond and provide the best solution at that particular point in time. Is that understood? Is that clear? So this growth analyst is a job requirement. Lagos hybrid is even an hybrid. So growth and marketing. This is what a business analyst can actually do. A business analyst can actually do this kind of job as well. It depends on the background you are actually coming from. Then we have a business analyst, car wire. You see the requirements. These are 600 to 900,000 per month. That's the fee they are actually what putting. So see what they are. This is a job summary. We are seeking an experience for on a contract basis to lead the market research and identify user pain points and help shape a compelling business strategy. The ideal candidate will write professional a business plan, business requirement document, and an investor-ready pitch deck for our new venture. This is a remote project-based role with flexible hours, perfect for consultants or freelance passionate about impactful strategy work in early stage startup. Trust me, if you're done with our program, you can apply for this job, because by the time you're done, you're able to do this, you're able to do all of this, everything that is listed there, you will be able to do all of it. And mind you, these are things you are actually doing. These are things you are actually doing in a way that you don't even know you are doing it. And what are the tools? Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Notion, Airtable, or similar. And these are what you have. We'll teach you Excel, we'll teach you PowerPoint, how to prepare your slide, your presentation, and then this Notion as well is just a communication tool, the same with Airtable or similar. And these are what you're going to be learning: Jira, Conference, Asana. So all of these are things you can actually apply for. We have business analyst, standard bank. So if you have a financial background, you can apply for this particular job with standard bank. If you have a financial background, because it has to do with a banking firm. Standard Bank is a banking firm. But what 3 years experience as business analyst, product manager, project manager, owner. So once you have a background in business analytics, you can actually apply for that particular role. So guys, trust me, this BI, business intelligence / data analyst remote. So if you're doing a data analyst with us, you can also apply for this particular job, because we'll be teaching you business intelligence, and that's what you're doing with your Power BI. Your Power BI is your business intelligence tool. So meaning with that alone, you are qualified to apply for this job. And wherever you're coming from, your experience is going to be translated into what? Into your new role. And see the requirements: Microsoft Power BI, which we just did. Tableau. So if you're good in Power BI, Tableau is not an issue. Google Data Analysis Professional Certificate, technical skill, SQL, Python for data analysis, BI tools, Power BI, Tableau. So once you know anyone here, you're good to go. So warehousing, data warehousing, BigQuery. These are minor issue. Excel Advanced, which is what we're going to be teaching you. Statistics analysis. So all of these things are what you're going to be learning. And what's the numeration? 500 to a million monthly gross. So give and take, by the time they deduct their expenditure, you're having something still tangible, and plus is a remote role. So all of these guys are what you're going to be getting from us. Yeah, what you're going to be getting from us. So if there's any other question, go ahead and let's hear the question before we call it a day. Do we have another question? Oh, sorry about that. Question? Are we all clear? Do we have? Did we enjoy tonight's session? Do we have any feedback? Do we have anything we want to say? Are we clear on tonight's section? Any question, guys? Welcome to BK. You're just joining us. We are done with tonight's session, so just do well to join the WhatsApp group, and then this recording session is going to be dropped on the WhatsApp group for us to go and watch. And then if we have any question, we'll come back to the group to ask our question. Toyin, Golden, Papa, David,
Okay.
any other question from you guys? You wanna say something, Chibuke?
Yes. Really, I've not yet understand, what it's all about. He said it was digital design. I don't really understand what it requires to learn the course. You understand?
Okay, don't worry.
Uh,
What we will do, we will send the video recording link will be sent to the general WhatsApp group. So please
okay.
do well to do well to join the WhatsApp group. Watch
Yes.
the recording session once it's posted. If you have another question, the group is going to be open 7 p.m. tomorrow Nigerian time for those that wants to ask their question, and then we'll close the group by 9 p.m.
So
Nigerian time.
what?
That's how we're going to
Okay.
be running it every week. You understand? So once you're done with the recording, if you have any question, you come and then you ask your question. So we'll take you through all of that. I believe
So
that's
what
clear.
it's all about is going to be on the platform, right?
So guys, it's a pleasure to have you guys. Want to say very big thank you. Do what to at EDUSEYDZH on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or X. Okay, David, go ahead and ask your question. Go ahead, David, ask your question.
When are we beginning? When are
Hello,
we
David,
beginning
ask
the
your question. Go
class?
ahead. David, you're raising your hand. You want
When
to ask a
when are we
question? Feel
beginning the
free to
class?
ask a question. Go ahead.
Yes, about, can
Oh,
you
I
hear?
guess it's network.
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you can
Can
you
Huh?
you hear
hear
me?
me?
Or
I
maybe
think
you
I
can
can
just
hear
type
David.
it on the
I think
chat
I can hear
box,
David.
or you can
Can you,
Yes, because
can you hear me?
when you're
I'm
making your
asking when
payment.
I
we are
think I can
beginning
A
the
hear David.
minute,
class. When,
is it when
when
you're
we are
making your
beginning the
payment?
class.
I think
When
you
we
should
are
I
type.
think
beginning
I
the
can
class,
hear
the
David.
training, when are we beginning the training?
The line is breaking. I hardly hear you. So before we go, I want to show us. I can't hear you. Maybe just type on the chat box. Type. Use the chat to type. Type your question here. See what I typed on the chat box. Use the chat box to drop your question. I want to show.
You want to show what?
I'm trying to get that.
Hmm?
Okay. so bad for network tonight.